Hello again. It's Lee. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on my bike. I've had it a couple of months now, and I've done a few little changes to it. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update, really. And I think that especially if you've seen some of my useless tries of or failed attempts at trying to do videos when I'm moving, I thought I'd do this. So I've just finished work actually, and so just on my way home, so I thought I'd pull into somewhere quiet and just give you a bit of an update on what I've done to it so far. First things first, I've got to say, just and it's only by somebody saying, like overhearing somebody saying it actually. But if anybody's ever sort of, like there's all these fantastic cleaning products on the market and that, and people spend a fortune, and everybody likes to keep their bike clean. But I overheard somebody saying it on when I was with some other bikers, and they said, "Oh, have you ever tried baby wipes to clean your bike with?" And I thought, that's a bit strange, like, and obviously something that cleans your baby's backside you wouldn't think would be suitable for cleaning your bike, and so I must admit I'm willing to try anything, and so I went to Tesco and bought some of their bog standard baby wipes, which were about 45 pence I think, and set to and just had a quick go, and I must admit it probably doesn't look immaculate now, because I rode to work on this morning, and some of the roads around here are a bit dusty anyway, but I can't praise it high enough. It was fantastic. I sort of like all of the back wheel, it had because of the oil and that was on it before. Someone's coming. Sorry, I was just taking a picture of it. Didn't expect people to be walking down here, to be honest. I thought it was nice and quiet. Feel like a right fart now. But yeah, I cleaned it with these baby wipes, and I had it up on a paddock stand and set to on the wheels, which especially the back wheel had a bit of spray, obviously, from the chain and that, and I was just amazed how easily things came off. I mean, there was a few bits where you had to put a bit of elbow grease into it, but not a great deal. And the bike, certainly when I left home this morning, was immaculate. There wasn't a mark on it, and everything was shiny and pristine. I mean, like all the flies on the grill and all the rest of it. It was just amazing. So that is definitely my tip. I mean, you might have other things to actually polish it up to get a good gleam on it, but for actually getting the muck off, I don't think you'll go far wrong without some cheap bog standard baby wipes, and they cost nothing. Like I say, I think the Tesco's ones were 45 pence, and I didn't even use, well, probably if I used half a packet to do a full clean, that's as many as I use. So it's such a good tip, and if you haven't heard it, or if you've heard of a better tip, then I'm like I say, I'm always going to try it. But I mean, I've done 2,000 miles on this bike nearly, and and it's obviously like it was a little bit dirty. I know it's I know it is still pretty new, but honestly I can't sing that praises enough. Honestly, it's best advice I've heard anyway. So if it helps somebody out there, then that's all good. The other thing I wanted to mention, because somebody had brought it up before, and I don't know if you can see it better in this light, but the seat on this, I had a bit of a problem where it creases up a little bit, and I have spoken to the dealership that sold it to me, and they did say, oh, that's not supposed to happen, and But you know, when it did happen, I mean, it was in the height of summer, and I was I was on a touring holiday, and so I was on the bike for like 8-9 hours a day, and you know it does get really hot, especially with the exhaust on it, and so you know and as you can see now, it does sort of go back to pretty much as it should be. I mean, you can see there is still a crease down there, and you know, but that is the worst that it's got. I haven't bothered taking it back because with my experiences this year, then I am actually going to. I've looked into it, and I am going to get the seat reupholstered anyway, which I'll pay for myself, like, and because I don't think that certainly for doing long rides and long touring, and with, like I say, with the heat that you get on it, it's probably, you know, it could probably do with being a bit more durable, really. So I am looking into, like I say, getting that upholstered and probably just padded out a little bit, because it's not really uncomfortable, but you know, I do think it could be marginally better. But like I say, it's a very small gripe, really, and but I just thought that I didn't think that anybody would come down here, but since I've been here, there's been loads of people. She's turning around as well. There you go. Right, so some of the things that I've added to it from when it was new. I don't believe she's going to stop there as well. Maybe it's a dogging area or something like that. I don't know. Maybe she wants a bit of doggy action. Right, well, I'll carry on anyway. First thing that I put on was this grill guard down here, you can see. That was really easy to fit. It wasn't very expensive either, but I think that sort of is a nice addition. I put the aftermarket screen on because it only had a really stubby little thing on it before, and I do think it has made a heap of difference to actually when you ride it for a long time. You don't get buffeted quite as much, and I noticed this morning when I was riding into work, I was coming down a motorway effectively, and I was doing sort of 70-ish, or well 70-ish, and when you took down behind, you know, actually sort of tank it, it does, you know, it's as if you all of a sudden get sucked along, because you know, once you're actually out of the wind, it's amazing how much you know, for the same revs and the same speed, all of a sudden the bike really, you know, does pick up quite considerably. So I mean, like fuel economy and things like that, if you're on a long run, then it's a good addition to have, really. So, and that was really easy to fit, and I think it looks pretty good as well. I will say something about the mirrors, actually, because I've heard a few people sort of complaining about the mirrors, and that they don't get a good enough view from them. But and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to change them and put some bar end ones on or something. But the mirrors are fantastic in my opinion, anyway. And you know, if you get them set up properly, you do get a fantastic rear view behind you. So I'm really pleased with them, and I do like to keep the bike as original as possible. So I won't be changing them. I think they suit the bike how they are, and they definitely do the job that they're supposed to do. So that's the bit on the mirrors. I've added the rear hugger there as well, which again was I actually bought it from and I can't remember now off the top of my head. It'll come to me, but again, as you can see, there's a couple of bolts in there, and there's like a fit into like a bracket that you have to bolt onto the swing arm there. But it does. Well, I think it looks really neat, and it's, you know, it does a good job. And like I say, it was quite easy to fit. So I like them with huggers on. So I think that looks really good as well. I'm toying with getting a slightly bigger Aprilia decal thing to put on it, because I'm not sure if that's probably a little bit too small actually, but but there you go. But the biggest change obviously I've put on the Aprilia exhausts, and you know, they're just immense. I keep going on about the sound that it makes, but it's just phenomenal in my opinion. I can't believe there's another car coming down here. I genuinely thought that this was the Back and Beyond and nobody come down here, but there you go, hey ho. So yeah, the Aprilia are fantastic. They are quite expensive, but in my opinion they look a lot better than the originals that are on it, and they sound fantastic. I haven't actually tried it with the baffles out because they're quite easy to remove. There's just a couple of screws in there, or I think they're with you can take them out with the Allen key, and you can take them out, and I imagine that it sounds even more immense, but you know, I'm quite happy with the way it sounds at the minute, so I'm not going to change that. That's something else that I put on the wheel rim decals, which I really like as well. They're all, you know, the Shiver, the Aprilia Shiver proper ones, so I put them on front and back, and that, I think they set off the wheels really nice. So really that's about all the additions and that I've done. Oh, and obviously but I put that on pretty much straight away, the tank pad that's on it, and the little Italian bits and bobs. I do feel a right fart though now, because that woman is right behind me. So there you go, hey ho. So I'm going to start it up now anyway, because like I say, it's the noise that it makes is immense, and hopefully you'll pick it up, because I've got a proper microphone on this GoPro now, so hopefully you'll pick up a decent sound from it as well. And then I'm going to knock it off and go home, because I've just done a 12-hour shift and I'm feeling a bit ridiculous stood here taking pictures of my bike with somebody stood behind me, but hey ho, there you go. Right, so let's have a bit of a start up. It is warm because I've just driven from work, so it's well, nearly up to temperature. Oh, that's another thing that I'll just mention, that you can see there that I've got it set in the touring mode, because it's got 3 modes, touring, sport and rain. I've never tried it in the rain because I've never had, it's like I say, it's been quite a dry summer, and so I haven't had an opportunity to try the rain mode out. But between the touring and the sport mode, again, I've not taken it on a track, so I don't know exactly how the sport mode would work, but the touring mode is really the mode that I use the most. I have tried it in sport mode to try, you know, to do everyday driving in or riding in, but because of the response and things that are on the throttle, with the bumps in the road and everything, you find that you're not riding along, you're sort of jerking along, because it's so eager to want to accelerate, and it's so hard to control the throttle on it. So I'm sure that on a track day or something it'd be fantastic, but just on your normal everyday running, it's you know, I think it's too much. So I personally think that the touring mode is certainly quick enough, and it's definitely the mode that I use the most. And like I say, I'll probably give you a better update of the rain mode once I've had to actually use it in anger, so to speak. So I am going to start it up, and then once I've started it up and give it a bit of a rev for you, I am going home. So like I say, I do feel a bit of a fart, so I hope you enjoy this anyway. It's pretty good, isn't it? Do you like it? I love it. I'm sorry, I just love this bike so much. And like, that's the other thing, it does pop and bang great, especially decelerating out, you know, when you're coming into a corner and you take it down a gear. It's a delight, you know, to the popping and banging from the back. It's fantastic. So honestly, it's like I say, they are expensive, but I think it just finishes the bike off. It just makes it immense. It's definitely a head turner. Everybody, you know, like, because of the noise that it makes, people automatically look round, because it does draw a lot of attraction anyway. So there you go. I'll stop whittering on now anyway, because I do think that person behind me is thinking that I'm a bit strange. So there you go. Anyway, I'll get back to you again, hopefully. And if like I said before, if you've got any questions at all that you want to bring up about it, or you know, queries that you've got about it, feel free to put a message on or something, and I'll try and answer it the best I can. Alright, thanks very much anyway. Cheers.